Tonight we've uncovered frightening facts about your safety.
Our exclusive News 5 investigation reveals just how many killers are getting away with murder. On Your Side investigator Sarah Buttison spent months reviewing homicide clearance rates.
Sarah, Cleveland fell short.
It did. When a victim is murdered in Cleveland, it's just as likely their killer will go free as get caught. A troubling trend, leaving victims' loved ones waiting for justice.
It's a lot of sleepless nights. It's a lot of painful days.
Days that became weeks.
It's dreadful. It's very lonely.
Then
you're depressed and you're sad and you're mad.
Years.
All at the same time.
Their wait for justice.
I need to know who did it and why.
No easier.
It actually gets harder.
I'm never going to have him. I'm always going to miss him.
It's been over 3 years. It's been 3 years and 4 months.
Regina Hennette's youngest son, Reginald, was just 16 when he was caught in the crossfire of a fight at Collinwood High School back in December 2013. A bullet that pierced the skin under his arm proved fatal.
May 2014, May 26th on Memorial Day.
Annie Lois Broughton's only son, Charles, was shot several times, left for dead on a city street.
It would be nice to have some closure.
Their murders remain unsolved. Their killers walk free. And their stories,
I don't want anyone to feel that pain that I felt.
All too common.
I sometimes want to go outside and scream.
In Cleveland.
It drives you nuts.
Nationally, the murder clearance rate hovers around 60%. Back in 2012, FBI reports show Cleveland's was similar. But our exclusive On Your Side investigation found the city's rate dropped dramatically the next year. In 2013, not even a quarter of cases were closed. It's begun to climb, but still falls below the national average.
It's a systemic problem.
Criminologist Dr. Jim Taylor.
It means that you're failing in a lot of different areas that are related to crime.
Has studied social problems and deviant behavior for decades.
It definitely means that your outreach efforts could be better. And the reason that I've gone back to that one a couple times is because those are things that do work.
He points to Richmond, Virginia. In the late 90s, the state's capital was struggling to solve murders. After reaching out to religious and community organizations, things changed.
They got their clearances up to very respectable levels.
In 2014, more than 3/4 of cases were cleared.
Much better than the national rate.
We found even bigger cities with high numbers of homicides beat the national average. In 2015, New York, LA, Washington, D.C., and Atlanta cleared more than 60% of their cases. But others, like Detroit and Baltimore, are struggling too. That same year, both solved less than 1/3 of their cases. CDP's need to build bridges with the community it polices is no secret.
It's an embarrassment.
On Your Side investigations have found the department fails to hold officers accountable for bad behavior, fails to investigate complaints. And just this month, we told you citizens often wait hours for help after calling 911. A 2014 Department of Justice investigation concluded the level of distrust between police and the community interferes with CDP's ability to effectively fight crime. A well-placed source also blames manpower, calling detectives' caseloads unmanageable. We found there are 16 police officers in the homicide unit, just 1% of the city's force.
She was killed March 24th, 2013.
So even when a case unites police,
she was my best friend,
and the public,
her light can never be extinguished.
It doesn't always make a difference.
Because a person who did this terrible crime is still walking free, walking around, living their life, and Eliza was murdered.
It's been more than 4 years since Jan Lash's best friend, Lisa Sherman, was stabbed 11 times outside her divorce attorney's downtown office.
This is a terrible hole in my heart.
So as their cases grow colder,
I just feel like I was robbed. And then I'm robbed of having justice for his murder.
Their faith, one day justice will come,
It's tormenting.
grows weaker. We wanted to talk with Cleveland police for this story, but a spokesperson declined our repeated requests for an interview. To learn more about the cases featured in tonight's investigation, head to news5cleveland.com. On your side, I'm investigator Sarah Buttison, News 5.